It is officially the first, y'all. Happy New Year! Your girl caught COVID. What a great way to start this year, right? What up, y'all? It's your girl Ashley, aka Sweeps, aka Sweeps Corner. I am here with another video, and today we're gonna do a mukbang. It's my first time doing one. I'm just in my room. So this is the first video of the year. Happy 2022. Happy 2022. Yeah, I said that right. Happy 2022. Happy New Year's, you guys. Well, technically I'm on the West Coast, but you know, Central Time, everybody didn't done their countdown, and especially New York. So it's already a new year, right? It's 11:20 West Coast Pacific Time, and I'm in my room. You know, I'm sure you guys are like, we're gonna get started. Yeah, so I didn't get to, well, I probably would have been with somebody, you know, would have been doing something, would have been with my boo, something. But your girl caught COVID. What a great way to start this year, right? Wrong. So yeah, y'all, your girl caught, I feel like something's missing. I got sausage. Alright, so y'all ordered this is from Krabby Krab. Just before we go into like the New Year's and all that stuff. I should probably change out of this. I actually really like this shirt and this entire, let me go change, y'all. Alright, y'all, we back. Yeah, so I felt like I needed to change into black because, as we all know, this shit is messy. And, yeah, I wasn't trying to get that on my grays. Like, you know, there's oils in here. That should be staining. So at least if it's, you know, if I stain anything on this and it's black, like, shit, no. You'll never know. So no shame, no gain, right? So, I just wanted to get on here and kind of recap about 2021. And you know what's funny? At first I was actually in my bed today, or yesterday. Yesterday, you know, it's still 2021 for me. So I was in my bed pretty much all day. Not really. I made a good breakfast, and then I was like, okay, you know, I don't want to do like the whole New Year, New Me. But I do want, you know, you just want to progress. I don't want to be like a new me. Honestly, I love the me that I have become over the past years. Now I just kind of want to hone in on some stuff. And so I feel like that's what this year will be about. And I wasn't going to do a recap video because everyone's doing one. But I was like, you know what? I got all this time in my hands. Let me go ahead and do the recap video. Let me go ahead and finish editing all these YouTubes and just kind of do like video dumps. You know, how we've been doing like them photo dumps of certain stuff. I just wanted to do a whole bunch of video dumps. So, you know, if I haven't posted it yet, I'm just letting y'all know, like, I plan on posting it sometime between tonight. I've already posted one. I want to post like 3 more, and 2 of them are already halfway edited, and they're trips to Colombia, and then I want to get my other trips from 2021 on the page, and just like I said, do just a whole bunch of video dumps of just what my year consisted of in 2021, because I realized I did a lot, and I recorded a lot, so I got content coming for y'all, okay? And, you know, I said I wanted mild, and, I don't know, y'all. I've had better crab boils. But anyway, this one's cool. Maybe any crab boil I'll go to, I always try to get like the what you call it? what am I trying to say? Like the whole shebang, like all the sauces, and it's cool. I do wish I made it a little bit more hot. So I wish I did medium, because their mild is not mild, like, at all. But anyway, back to what I was saying. 2021 was like a good year for me. Now that I was looking back at the videos, I'm glad I did a recap, because at the beginning of 2021, y'all, and this is the part that, like, behooves me, okay? Y'all, I was traveling my ass off. Like, I was going everywhere at the beginning of this year. Like, at least the first half of 2021, my ass was out. And I don't mean just out. I was out the country, okay? And so, it kind of, damn, I wish I had something. I was out the country. Like, I went to Colombia. That was my first time in Colombia. The food, oh my god. The food in Colombia. Actually, let me start with, let me give y'all like a timeline. January. Y'all, the beginning, like I said, we was already doing this in December. But January, we got a lease for our Airbnb. And that shit was dope. We still have it till this day. It's rented out as we speak. I have it in Deep Ellum. Beautiful. We did a great Gatsby theme, and it was me and my partner, and me and my girl, Amy. We're not sure if we're going to renew, but I definitely want to get another property. Like, y'all, Airbnb is where it's at. It's where the money resides. Like, oh my fucking god. And it's not just Airbnb. You can't look at it just as Airbnb. Airbnb is just a platform. You actually have to build out a business model and have a plan and like a target audience and know who you're going after, because that'll help narrow down and really get you more bookings. And so I really want to go after like nurses, and I really want to go after claim adjusters. So that will be my clientele, and that's kind of like one of my goals, is honing in and focusing on my short-term rental business and just real estate in general. I'm really considering going to go get my real estate license this year, or this coming year, 2022. And so that'll be about 6 months. And so yeah, real estate, I've been wanting to do that, and I feel like that was a goal that I checked off on my list. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot this year just about Airbnb in general. I gained a lot of resources, contacts, stuff like that. So that was January. February came. I think it was like the beginning of February. I had just made it back from setting up the Airbnb, and my boy Jonathan, he hit me up and was like, yo, some people couldn't make it because they had COVID and other stuff, but the trip was non-refundable because it was literally up until the last minute that they canceled. And he was like, we need, a girl-to-guy ratio. You want to come? I was like, shit. And I fly free, y'all, so I was like, shit, fuck it. Hell yeah, I'm coming. Like, he was like, all I gotta do is pay for your flight. I was like, shit, say less. So I pulled up, and that shit was lit. If you haven't checked out that video, I highly suggest checking it out. It was a good time. It was beautiful people, men and women. Like, it was dope. Oh man, what the fuck? Y'all, one of my lights busted. Hold up. Okay. That works. I use my little desk ring light and my newer light, and I'll post kind of what I have right here. But right now, like I said, we focusing on New Year. So, but this is exactly what I mean. Like, it's like things like this that would just really irritate me and frustrate me, because here it is, I'm trying to do content, and something always gotta happen. And I'm just like, but after, not everything's gonna be perfect, and that just goes to show, like, keep going, improvise, and keep it moving. And the goal is to get the final product. That's it. No matter how you do it, just get it done. And I gotta stop getting so frustrated with myself and or just with the technology, some malfunction, and then I'm just walking away from it like, oh, I don't feel like doing this anymore. Like, no, do it, y'all, do it. Anyway, so February went to Colombia. Let me go through my phone real quick, cause my phone actually has my timeline of shit that popped off this year. We went to Colombia. That was fun. Then we went. I'm saying me. Oh, then I took a trip down to Vegas. I had a job out there. That was fun. Got to gamble a little bit. I played Crash for the first time. That was cool. What else? Got to shout out to Nam and Lavish. Got to model for Forever 21, and I ended up being like featured on their website. That was pretty cool. Yeah, y'all. This is, as I'm eating this, I'm giving, like, I was really craving this too, but I give this literally like a 4 out of 10. It has like no flavor. None. I don't know if they gave me just all butter and garlic or what, but I wanted the whole thing. Anyway. So, yeah, that was dope. Then I went to this. If y'all never been to this, like, Pacifica, it's like a 15-20 minutes outside of SF. We took a girls trip out there, and it was just, it's still traveling, still going on trips and stuff, but that place, like, if you're trying to look for something just peaceful, calm, just be around nature. We went to a beach house. We got a beach house, an Airbnb, a beach house for my sister's birthday. Y'all, that shit was. And if I like, when I get to that, because I made content for that too. So if you get a chance, check out that video. We went on a little trip, okay? A little trippy trip. So that was fun. And let's see, what else? I started sport betting, y'all. That was fun. I go through a guy named Parlay P to do my books. He gives us the picks. I put my money in. Actually, I put my own in, but he gives the picks. But yeah, that nigga the truth. Shout out to Parlay P. Made me some money this year. I was sitting on my couch too, y'all. Man. What else? I started my clothing line called Access. I went to Tulum for the first time. I could have swore that was last year. It just goes to show time flies. But I went to Tulum for the first time with my grad school friends. That was a lot of fun, and that was my first time in Tulum. I loved it so much, I went back with my other group of friends. So I went to Tulum twice this year. I swear it does not seem like that was this year. That's so crazy. Then, after Tulum, I went to the DR. The first time in Tulum was in April. So, we're in April, y'all. February, March, I think March was Pacifica. April was Tulum. That's when, then April, Access was born. Then, went to the DR into April. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I was on a move, so I'm really surprised that all this traveling I was doing and my ass catch COVID. Like, how sweat? How? Like, I don't get it. But went to the DR or whatever. I think we was out there for like 4 or 5 days. That was my first time being in DR as well. We went and did the the little dune buggies. that shit was so much fun. Like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I grew up traveling, so like a lot of excursions nowadays don't really impress me. I mean, I'll still do them, but I'm like, when I travel, I much rather kind of like find a local that, you know, I feel like there's trust there, and kind of have them show me around. Obviously that wasn't the case because DR was my first time, but I went with a group, and we had a good time. That trip wasn't necessarily my favorite though. It was another JetQuest trip, like the one in Colombia. It was cool. I wish I wasn't so tired. I wish I wasn't working myself so much up into the trip, because I already was doing all this traveling, so I wasn't really looking forward to it, but I went anyway, and it was still, like I said, it was still a good trip. I went with 2 of my really good friends. So yeah, shout out to Amy and Tati. I did my first shoot for my first collection in May, and I'll have photos. So I think in May also, y'all, was when I found out that, or when me and my sister both found out that she was pregnant. So that's exciting. Like, y'all, it was so funny when we found out, she was like, bitch, guess what? I was like, what? She was like, I'm pregnant. She didn't tell her man yet, but I was like, girl, honestly, and I was like, how do you feel? And she was just like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna have a baby. So she was already like, we're having this baby. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, honestly, that was good. Okay. Y'all, the seasoning was in the corner of the bag. That season is fire. Okay. I should have heated this up a little bit. But yeah, so I was happy for her. We already knew our mom was gonna, you know, cause problems just because that's just how she is. I knew my dad and them would be excited, and so I just couldn't wait until she told them. And I was with them when they found out, so their expressions was just great. And no lie, y'all, things kind of went, not say downhill, but I stopped traveling as much after DR. After DR, actually no, I went to Tulum, like I said, one more time. With, when was it? That was in August. Went to Tulum in August. But I was chilling up until then. You know, I went to Dallas. We did the bitch. Feel it. Barry about to die. Give me one sec, y'all. Alright. So here we are, y'all. I know I'm going to be getting a call here soon because it's about to be midnight. At least I better get a call here soon because it's about to be midnight. I really want to smack on this. Where was I? So yeah. We already knew our mom was pretty much gonna give us problems. So, because she already didn't like the guy, or not. I mean, yeah, she already kind of didn't care for him for whatever reason, and I was just like, well, everyone else liked him. We think he was good for her, you know. And for once, Kim, we just, in the black community, stop putting, you know, because my mom's a single mother and she had kids at a very young age. But the thing is, y'all, my sister isn't very young. She's very much of age to have children. A lot of my entire circle damn near have kids except for me. Okay? So, it was just weird how, you know, she kind of, I don't know, she thought Shaylin wasn't picking the right person. And it's just like, even if so, let her be the decision maker of that. Or even if so, like, that's just not your decision to make, you know? And if she's happy, the only thing you need to be is happy for her. And so that's the only thing. As much as I was happy, that really put a strain on me and my mother. We already don't have like the closest relationship, but I felt like we weren't arguing as much, right? But we got to arguing almost every time we got off on the phone because that's all she wanted to talk about. And so that, you know, hurt me, and we're still to this day not really on talking terms because I just had to keep going to bat for my sister. And I was just like, I just never understood why is it when black women get pregnant, it's never good enough? Why can't we just, and I'm not saying never, but why can't we just be happy for the person? Like, especially if that person's happy. Like, why does someone always have to ruin it? Someone else's happiness, like, all because you went through a traumatizing pregnancy every time because you just weren't picking the right men. You know, stuff like that. Love is love, y'all. So, like, if I feel it's right, that's what I'm gonna go with. Just like anybody. If they feel it's right, that's what they gonna go with. And so, and it's like, Mom, I think you taught us well enough to know kind of the things to look out for. And yes, I get it. People make dumb mistakes and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, this guy really, like, he's dope. I like him for her compared to her last. And I'm happy for her. I'm happy for the both of them. And honestly, y'all, my niece is so fucking cute. Like, you caused all this ruckus for what? You get what I'm saying? Like, because I knew the moment she came out the womb, guess what? Everybody gonna want to see the baby. Everybody gonna, you know, oh, let me hold her. Let me do this. So I'm just like, why even cause all this havoc, all this ruckus, all for you to, when the baby come, oh, I want to see it. No, fuck that. Keep that same energy when I told you I was pregnant. Okay? And that's pretty much how I feel. And of course, anyone that has a sister or just someone that they're super close with and ride with, like, you gonna feel that same way for that person. Because it's like, you put all this stress on someone who's pregnant and just needed your support. And instead, you just gave, like, you just gave hell. For what? For what purpose? None. But, you know, hurt people do hurt people, but misery loves company. And I honestly think, like I said, I love my mom, but I think she's not happy. And so I feel like when someone's not happy, like, they can't be happy. If you're not happy for yourself, you can't be happy for others. It's plain and simple. It's gonna be envy, shit like that. If you're not happy with yourself, it's hard to be happy for others. I think that's what that was. And I know it's kind of hard to say that or understand that if you don't have that kind of dynamic with your parents, but that shit can really, like, that shit's a thing. Especially, unfortunately, in the black community, it's really a thing. I don't know, our parents just grew up different and just with all this tough love, and it was just, I don't know. You know, they talk about our generation, but it's just like, let's talk about y'all's generation. Like, that generation, they're so stuck in their ways. They have a very closed-minded mindset. And, just like they think we're disrespectful and need a change, it's like, it's not that we're trying to be disrespectful. We're just putting you guys taught us, raised us to fend for ourselves. And it's like, that includes y'all. I'm going to do my best not to be disrespectful about it, but it's like, if I believe in something, which is what you taught me, stand up for that shit. It's not that I'm trying to be disrespectful. I'm just literally standing up for what I believe. And it comes off, you know, all these things. But, you know, it's just like, see? Told y'all, I'm making a mess. But see, it's like, what about y'all? The traumas that y'all have experienced, and still have yet to go to. Like, it's 2022 and the black community is just now talking about mental health. Why? Because their generation has always felt ashamed to go to therapy because it's only for crazy blank people. If y'all can fill that in. But for real, that was our mentality. It was like, oh, that's only crazy white people do that shit, or blah 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 blah. And it's like, I went too far into detail, but it's just something to talk about. A topic that really needs to be talked about, you know, we're finally getting on to the mental illness, but a topic that really needs to be talked about, y'all, is toxic parents. That is very much a thing in the black community, and shit needs, like, that needs to be highlighted. That needs to be talked about. Of just how to overcome that. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, like, I definitely, my mom, y'all, is great. Like, I'm never going to knock her for the way that she raised me, because because of her, I am who I am today, right? And I think I'm a great woman. But just because the way she raised me, you know, all that's, like, I will always give her her flowers and her credit. But what I'm not going to tolerate is, as an adult, being treated still like a child, or being disrespected or talked about or stepped over as an adult. It's just like, what we're not about to do is, I'm not going to allow you to badmouth me or talk about me in front of my face and throw shade. I'm not going to allow you to say all these hurtful words over and over and over again and expect me not to say anything. Like, that's out. I'm sorry, but I don't know who told y'all that generation I mean, hell, the generation before them, like their parents, our grandparents. You know, like I said, our culture was just, our community was hard on us. They call it tough love. And, you know, even in the male black community, it's like the black male couldn't love on their son. Like, shit like that. And it's just like, why? Why can't we love on our sons? Why can't we show a softer side? Why do we have to be a hard ass all the fucking time? I get it. The real world is tough, especially for us blacks. But at home, I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe enough to where I can come to you with any problem that I have without being judged. I shouldn't be getting judged from my own fucking family. Or my parents. I'm going to say my parents. I'm closer to my dad because he treats me like an adult. I'm closer to my dad because I can come to him with anything that I got going on in my life, and he won't just straight up try to give me advice. Because half the time when I come to him, I'm not coming to... When I need advice, I will come to you for it. But I literally will call my dad. Dad, I need some advice. Just in a man's perspective or whatever the case. I will literally come to him like, hey, in a man's perspective, or just an older man, blah, blah, blah. I need your advice. I go to my mom and try to tell her some stuff. Mind you, it don't even be advice. I could just tell her stuff. Like, just things that's going on in my life. That's how you build a relationship. And not only will she judge me for it, she'll try to advise me when I didn't ask her. Whenever she gets pissed off, she'll find what I told her. Mind you, sometimes it's not always negative. It'll be a positive thing. And she somehow finds a way to make it negative. And that is like... For me, that's a betrayal of trust. And those are the things that's like, okay, that is toxic. Stuff like that is toxic. Like, I want to be able to come to you and be at peace and be safe and those things. I don't want to have to come to you and I'm feeling judged or whatever the case, and then you start saying shady comments around me. Like, no. So those are the things where, and then it's like, because I'm not trying to dwell so much on my past. If I dwelled so much on my past, y'all, I would not be the person I am today. I would not be able to, like, sometimes you just gotta let go. You just gotta let go. And you know, if you don't, I just feel like that's more energy into not letting go than to letting go. And I think that's something my mom has not yet mastered. She has not learned to let go and live. Let go and forgive. You cannot hold on to the past. Let's focus on the now and the future and what we can change about it. You really don't like our relationship? Let's work on it. But we can't work on it if you steady dwelling in the past and not minding your business and the business of our relationship. Instead, you two worried about me and my dad's relationship, and that's what's hindering ours. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because you're my mom, like, I'ma always love you. I'ma always look out. Whenever you call me and you need something, I'm dropping whatever I'm doing. I'ma come. Cause why? You my mom and you raised me. I got you. You got me. I got you. You know, we could be mad at each other, and I could still call her, and you know, we could never not talk, and she could call me, and vice versa, right? She might be a little stubborn about it, but it still, we could call each other, and we gonna come. One of us, we gonna come, and so. You know, that's my mom's, like, I have a very soft heart. More than my other siblings. And it's because, like, I know all that she's done for me. It's things like that, y'all. Toxic parents is definitely a topic that I feel like our community should talk more about. Because I got stories for days. And, you know, parents be real quick to be like, oh, this, you know, my child is so disrespectful and da-da-da. And it's just like, okay, but sometimes you gotta look at yourself as a parent and think, like, what is it that you do to kind of trigger that sometimes? Because it's not always the kids. Just like you know your kids when they get in trouble at school, right, with a teacher. The adult teacher's not always right. And I've had those scenarios. Like, I literally had a teacher bully me, y'all. When I was in was I in third grade? I think it was third grade. No, I was in fifth grade. And I had a teacher bully me. Like, she just, for whatever reason, honestly, I think she was racist. So she picked on, like, pretty much all the black kids. And she bullied us. And, she came at me one time, and of course, I got in trouble at school, but when I went home to my mom and told her about it, she got in trouble. She's the one that ended up getting in trouble. I think she either got suspended or fired, one of those. But shit like that, like, if you know your kids so well, they're not disrespectful. 9 times out of 10, they're probably just defending themselves. So it's shit like that. Oh shit, I think it's 12, y'all. I hear fireworks. Motherfucker ain't call me. We're supposed to be on video. The fuck? It is officially the 1st, y'all. Happy New Year! You better answer my shit. Well, I at least called, so I ain't calling again. Fuck that. You better call my ass right back. Anyway, so yeah, enough about toxic parents, because we don't want to go in with that energy. We don't want to go with that energy. Happy New Year's, you guys. It's now January 1st. I talked a lot about moms and stuff, but fast forwarding, I traveled a lot. I started a business. For my birthday, I went out to New York. I fucking love New York, y'all. I could move to New York. I went out to New York. I did a pop-up shop. I worked out there, so I did a pop-up shop out there. Like, I felt like that was a gift to myself and my business. I did a promo of it. Like, I'm trying to get more in front of the camera, as you guys can see. So that's another thing I've started. LLC Sweeps Corner. What else? That's November, December. So, and here it is. Well, it's January now, but I invested in some stocks. I don't have Bitcoin, but I started getting in investments. I got Coinbase. You know, I'm on Coinbase. Cryptocurrency. I got crypto. So, I'm happy. Like, well, I feel like I did well for myself. Oh, and then just one of the things, you know, I'm not big on flaunting shit. especially when it comes to finances. You know, I'm not on that flashy, like, I'm not that flashy, right? But I just want to come on here. When I moved out here, I think I said it in my first video, my welcome back video, my bank account depleted, y'all. Like, I came out here with 10K, and I lost it like within the first year. Not because, well, I could have probably handled my funds better, but also just the jobs that I had wasn't even paying my rent. So I was like struggling and just getting by. And my savings just kind of depleted when I got here. So my goal when I moved into the place that I'm in now, I was like, okay, I'm just going to stack my bread. Like, I'm going to be here a couple years and I'm going to stack my bread. And I could truly say, y'all, I have, after COVID, or kind of during COVID, I was really able to kind of like tunnel vision and really focus on my finances. And y'all, when I tell you, I'm so proud of myself when it comes to the kind of saving that I did. I worked my ass off. I did long ass hours while still trying to enjoy myself and my life. But, you know, I hit my actually I exceeded 10K in my savings. Not my checkings, my savings. And I don't touch it. And a lot played into that, right? But just from some loans that I got to grants that I got to just working, just really, and it was really the busting my ass, because even if I didn't have like the grants and stuff like that, like what I was able to save, I almost doubled my savings. And I'm proud of that, because that was truly hard work. And the method that I used was, it was like the envelope method, but it's the envelope method. I did a little bit of both. I did a little bit of a few things. So, as you guys know, I'm a bartender. I work private gigs and stuff like that. And typically, any gig I work, I walk away with like minimum. I'm gonna say minimum $300, but really like $400 or $500, right? From just booking the event to the tips, right? And sorry if you guys, they're popping fireworks if y'all hear that. But because I would make that, it got to a point, like, especially during the summer when I was home, I was working 4 days out of the week trying to make like $2,000 a week, shit like that. And so that's how I was able to really, really save. I was like double working. I was like working 4 days out of the week. I had like doubled my job and focused more on just that. Like I said, my Airbnb wasn't really making me money, but it was literally just the private gigs. Anytime I would keep the $500 in my wallet, right? And I would not band it up until I had 1,000. And that's literally how I was able to save as much as I did. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to just be transparent. I'm going to say like a little bit over $10,000. Or like a little bit under $20,000 actually. I was able to save, and I don't touch that money. I'm just stacking it, like I said, really able to stack my bread. And I've had that amount in my account before, but it was like not student loans, but it was like the scholarships and stuff, right? But like I said, over time and just moving all the time, like it was always me having to adjust to things and being in a more expensive city. And I'm gonna be honest, I was young, I didn't know how to, like, I was traveling all the time, like I got a lot of that out of my system. And with me being able to travel more so for free now, I'm just able to keep a whole bunch of money into my pockets. But I really, like, the end of 2021 is when I really went ham after coming back from DR. Like, I just laser focused. And the only trip I had planned was the one in August for my homegirl's birthday. And we went back to Tulum. But even Tulum, you don't spend that much. We had an all-inclusive resort. I was very intentional with my spending towards the end of 2021. which is why I was able to get my savings to that. And I want to double it. So now I want my savings to get to, 50K. And just to start off, an opportunity was presented to me. I've also been investing, right? In order to make money, you got to spend it. So just starting off, although my 2022 is starting off crappy because I have COVID, my 2022 is starting off pretty cool. In my opinion, it's starting off already risky, right? It's already starting off risky. And I say that because, y'all, I think I'm done. Oh, wait, no, I have more. I invested $1,000 literally at like 8 o'clock last night or tonight. And I got on this cannabis thing. And I don't want to disclose too much yet because it's one of those things where, you're still like in the auditioning and interviewing sesh. And so I will have to touch base with you guys at the end of this year on how that investment went. And if it went, baby, let me tell you, I'm about to put all y'all motherfuckers on, okay? So yeah, y'all, that's that. I'm really, and if it don't work out, then, like I said, when it comes to investing, you guys, whether it's stocks, real, whatever, make sure it's something that you can afford. Like, even when it comes to gambling, like, whether it's sports betting, just bet small, win big. And that's kind of what I did with this. I do that with the parlays, Parlay P, when he does the sports betting, bet small, win big. That's his motto. With this, for me, 1,000 wasn't much. If you're telling me at the end of the year I will have 12,000, so I put my money into that. And honestly, I'm gonna say when they do send that check, I'm gonna put it right back in, because I'm gonna put 10,000 in. I'm gonna take 2,000 out. So I would just double. I would only double my profit, but I would put the 10,000 back into the investment, so I could come out with, I think, 50 grand the following year. And then I will put all of that back into it, and shit, we gonna get to 6 figures, y'all, okay? That's the goal. So I'm giving myself, and I told myself I want to be a millionaire by 30. I want to do what B. Simone did. Like, I want to be a millionaire by 30. So my investments are about to be a little bit, I'm 27 now, I'll be 28 the end of this year. And so I literally have like 3 more years to get my shit, right? And so I can do this in a lot of ways, and I'm literally going for it. This is me going for it. From the YouTube, and that's my goal. Like, from the YouTube to and getting in front of the camera, doing more model work, photography, just all that stuff, to investments. My investments are about to be a lot more moderate than I was. I typically play it safe when it comes to like crypto and all that stuff. Like, I really plan on doing my own research and aggressively investing. I want to learn day trading. Like, there's a lot I want to learn when it comes to investing. I want to invest in more Airbnbs. I want my Airbnbs to be generating about $1,000 to $2,000 per month per unit, and I want to get multiple units. That is very much a goal. After running the trial run that we did last year, I now know what to do, what not to do, where to go, what to look for, and so I'm gonna be doing things a lot more differently and actually put in the work. I already have my LLC, so I'm good. And that's a goal. So I hit my financial goal, and that's probably one of the things I am most proud of. I hit, I love traveling. That's always a goal of mine, is to get at least 2 trips out of the year. And like I said, I did about 5-6 trips this year. Like, that's a lot of fucking traveling. And I'm happy about that. Shit, my another goal, I done became the rich auntie that travels all the time. You know, that's pretty cool. I'm manifesting a rich part, y'all. And yeah, I'm just like, you know, that was 2021 in a nutshell. Like, I think I did pretty fucking good. I'm quite proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Now that I look back, at first I was like, you know, what did I do? Like, I feel like I didn't even do much. But it's like, no, girl, you did a lot. You accomplished a lot. You know, now it's just time to really get on your grind and like hone things out and be more a little bit more strategic and intentional. And that's the thing, you know, that's what I got to do better at doing, is really just having a plan and setting a schedule and sticking to it and staying consistent. And that goes from the YouTube to my clothing line. Like, just get things planned out. Like, and so that's what this month I'm going to work on, is just planning out kind of like the rest of my year, the rest of the content. Like, once I get that and I start following that and I break it down to the T, I think I will, this year I want to be about growth and setting real intentions and being a lot more gentle with myself, but definitely setting intentions and growing. Like, now I'm ready to get to a certain level. I feel like I've kind of been stagnant. You feel me? I kind of got lazy, I feel like, at the end, especially in December, which I guess kind of makes sense, but especially for someone like me who has a clothing line, like, that wasn't the time to get lazy. Like, I had, the last quarter is very important. Like, I had Black Friday to think about, I had New Year's to think about, I had Christmas to think about, and I just did not capitalize on that like I should have. And so I definitely want to be intentional and capitalize on that and be ready for this coming year. Maybe do my photo shoots earlier, kind of pick out my items a little bit earlier, you know, stuff like that, and just be kind of ahead of the game when it comes to the season, especially if I'm going to be selling clothes. Or make the decision to shut that down, you know, one or the other. And I love my company, and, you know, I love, you know, the reviews that I get when I do my pop-ups. I want to do more pop-ups. And so I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop this. Like, I get too much of good feedback. I have decided, I have thought about even like styling more and coming up with my own creations. And so I think I will very much enjoy that. I very much enjoy buying too. So I'm not going to stop that. But maybe mix it in and do a little bit of both. But yeah, just being a little bit more intentional and investing my time more wisely. Because like I said, I think, I'm not going to lie, like, I know y'all hear me kind of talk like I have a little boo. And one thing about me, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to be in a relationship, is because I know me, and I know I get distracted, and I just be wanting to love on my man and be a little, not clingy, but like needy, and just, all I want to do is be able to him. I can't be doing that. Like, I gotta learn the balance, and I gotta learn how to not be distracted so easily, because I do get distracted very easily. And so, those are some things that I plan on going into this year with. And I'm aware of that now. And I plan on doing better. So, if y'all haven't heard from me, you know, just be like, a little tap on the shoulder, be like, yo, where you been? What's up? I haven't seen a video in a while. Go on a trip, do something to create some content. Shit like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I got some folks texting me, so I'm gonna get back to them. I wish my mukbang was a little bit better, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of went ham. A lot of this is kind of gone. I mean, except for the potatoes, but the potatoes weren't really hitting, man. And then, I don't know, they didn't really just give me a lot of shrimp. They gave me half a pound. You know, food got a little bit cold while I was talking. The sausage is cool, but I've had better sausage. But yeah, I'll rate this food a 4 out of 10. I've had better crab boils. I don't want that potato. It's kind of hard. So, that's that. I'm done. Happy New Year, y'all. Make sure to follow me on my social media platforms. Sweets Corner. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I hope I enlightened y'all a little bit. If not, shit, we was just here chit-chatting. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. I will be back with another video here soon. Like I said, I'm kind of just doing random drops of just the content that I had from last year. And that'll kind of just help me stay afloat and then make the content for this year. So, I'm excited for what's to come. I'm going to do a vision board here. And I'll record that too. But until then, bye. Have a good night.